The Obama administration is reaching propaganda and frankly outright delusion in the U.S. Embassy attack in Libya that killed Ambassador Christopher Stevens. Not only did President Obama give a pretty wimpy response to the initial killing of Ambassador Stevens, he is now promoting what appears to be a complete lack of understanding of the reasons behind the attack through his press secretary Jay Carney and UN Ambassador Susan Rice. Just 3 days after the attack that killed Stevens and 3 other embassy employees, Jay Carney came out with this gem of a quote in a White House press briefing. He said, "This is a fairly volatile situation, and it is in response to not to United States policy, obviously not to the administration, not to the American people. It is in response to a video, a film that we have judged to be reprehensible and disgusting, that in no way justifies any violent reaction to it. But this is not a case of protests directed at the United States writ large or at U.S. policy. Earth to Jay, Intelligent Life is calling. Can you come up with a better response than that? I mean, really?" Then on Sunday's Meet the Press, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Susan Rice repeated this nonsensical line of reasoning when she told host David Gregory, referring to the Innocence of Muslims video, Obviously, our view is that there is absolutely no excuse for violence and what has happened is condemnable. But this is a spontaneous reaction to a video and it's not dissimilar but perhaps on a slightly larger scale than what we have seen in the past." Ambassador Rice then continued, "What we think then transpired in Benghazi is that opportunistic extremist elements came to the consulate as this was unfolding. They came with heavy weapons which unfortunately are readily available in post-revolutionary Libya, and it escalated into a much more violent episode. That is our best judgment now." Wow! Really? Ambassador Rice promotes this delusional line of thinking when it has been reported in multiple newspapers across Europe and Asia, but unfortunately almost completely ignored by the mainstream media in the United States, that this was a well-planned and coordinated attack that may have involved up to 400 participants. The attack lasted for 5 hours total, eventually chased down Ambassador Stevens and others to a so-called safe house that someone let militants know the location of, and the Obama administration wants us to believe that this was a spontaneous reaction? That is mind-boggling, and President Obama must think we are stupid to believe such nonsense. Not only is this a huge lie, it completely ignores the incredible security breach where the Obama administration knew about the attack in Benghazi, Libya, days ahead of time, like 48 hours ahead of time, and did not even warn the embassy about it. Where in the world did a spontaneously gathered crowd get rocket-propelled grenades, mortars, machine guns, and enough ammo to mount an assault that lasted 5 hours? Come on. I'm sorry, but not even in a war-torn country where such weapons are available does an attack of that magnitude happen without being well planned. Not even the deluded masses of voters responsible for putting Barack Obama in the White House think that is credible. Okay, now here's 4 stories that I've linked to. Number 1 is about America's warned of embassy attack but did nothing. This is at the UK Independent. And then there's another story here that Obama's security breach in Libya is ignored by the American media. This is a very good article. And it goes into how the impending attack or the warning of this attack was in the media for a couple days. It's all over the foreign press, but few American outlets have covered it at all. Next is the appearance of U.S. Ambassador Susan Rice on Meet the Press, how she said that this was a spontaneous attack. And then, of course, Jay Carney's quote at the press conference a few days ago, how Muslims are not protesting U.S. policy, American people, or the administration, that it was just strictly about the video. Completely wrong. Anyway, I'll link to all these stories in the video description below. Go ahead and leave your comments. I do look forward to hearing from you.